Hello my friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I want to share with you what I did with the sticky back velvet that I received from PandahallSelected to review. I did an unboxing for them. I did one previous video where I shared a project using the glass bead chains that I received from them. So if you have not seen those videos, be sure to check them out. I will post them in this general area here throughout this video. Down below you will also find links to all of the products that they sent to me, together with links to their social media accounts, their website, and also a coupon code if you are so inclined to shop at PandahallSelected. I was really excited about this velvet. I love the feel of it. I am always fascinated by texture, and this has a very nice texture, a very nice feel to it. I love that it's sticky back. I also love that it's thin. But in this video, I just want to share with you my experience in using the sticky back velvet with die cuts, in using it with an embossing folder, and share with you two cards that I made. So, die cutting worked like a dream. I had no problems. I used die cuts by Lawn Fawn, and I used die cuts by Gina Marie, and they cut fine. And these aren't some heavy duty die cuts. These are the standard dies, metal dies that we all received. Nothing crazy. Nothing meant to cut heavy or difficult materials. They were just standard cutting dies, and they worked beautifully, no problems. I used my Big Shot, no problems. So that being said, let me share with you the two cards I was able to make. I made a St. Patrick's Day card, and I made an Easter card. So for the St. Patty's Day card, all I did was, first I found some nice heavyweight cardstock for the base. I found a nice design paper to add a nice layer effect to the front. And I knew on top of that, I wanted a 4-leaf clover made from the green sticky back velvet, because it was just such a beautiful rich color. I wanted to make a 4-leaf clover using this. So I found a heart-shaped metal die cut in my stash. I cut with no problem 4 hearts. Then I used a circle punch to try and attempt to cut a 1-inch circle from this same velvet. I have to tell you, does not work with punches, at least not with my circle punch. I have a pretty average, I think it's Martha Stewart. I don't know, is this Martha Stewart? It's pretty decent. I think it's Martha Stewart. Yeah, it is Martha Stewart. Circle punch, and it just was not doing it. I've had this circle punch for a good long time, but it's never given me a problem cutting anything. It certainly gave me a problem punching through the sticky back velvet, so I would not recommend that you use your punches on this. It did leave the impression of a circle, so I did go in with my scissors and cut the circle out. But I would say in terms of a circle or any kind of punch, fail, no good. Die cuts, perfect. Punches, not so much. I knew I wanted to have some dimension. Do you see how this card has some dimension there? I knew I wanted dimension. I wanted to be able to fold the 4-leaf clovers up some, and that wasn't going to work with just the velvet itself. It needed something to give it a little more firmness, and so that I can fold that and it'll hold its shape. I also didn't want to leave this release paper on the back because you would be able to see it. So what I did was I took the release paper off and I stuck these onto a green colored cardstock, then cut them out. It was super quick. And now I took the 4 hearts and arranged them on the circle. gluing the tips, the bottom tips of the heart, so that it formed a 4-leaf clover like that. I found this really pretty brad in my stash, and I just thought, what another fun element. So I just added the brad, and then I just glued that onto my card, and there you go. Really pretty 4-leaf clover. This hello is also velvet. I used a hello die cut by Lawn Fawn to cut the word hello, and then just peeled off the release tape and stuck it directly onto my card. No extra glue needed, and it stuck just fine, no problem. It's not lifting, and it's a very nice texture. It adds a little bit of dimension, and it's just so fun to touch. It's super cute. I mean, you can even, using the same method, make a bunch of 4-leaf clovers, add them to a pin, and create just lovely little brooches. What a lovely, lovely, lovely card. I'm very happy with it, and I think the texture is really nice. So that was the St. Patrick's Day card I made. I also made an Easter themed card using that same hello die, just different color sticky back velvet. This one's like that really bright, almost like hot pink. And then I had some Gina Marie dies of Peeps. I think they're Peeps. It's a little bunny. I'm not sure. I cut 3 of the bunnies from the white velvet and just added a couple of layers to this card, a little ink, and I think it's a really sweet, simple card, and the texture feels nice. They feel nice and soft like a bunny. And the hello feels nice too. So I think this is a great way to add texture to a card, and it's just so nice, and a little bit of dimension. I mean, if you're making cards and your intention is to ship them to someone for a holiday, you don't want a lot of bulk, because it's going to make it difficult to ship in an envelope. But this has just enough to make it interesting, and it just feels so nice. So those are the cards I made. Now, let me share with you my experience with embossing. The embossing was interesting, and I don't know if the difficulty I was having is because I couldn't quite figure out the stack, how to stack the plates and run it through my machine. That was giving me a hard time. I felt like I wasn't getting enough pressure with certain stacks, and too much with the other where I just couldn't run it through. So I was getting frustrated. That's why I don't use my die cutting machines a lot. They frustrate the life out of me. But I did get a nice impression. I don't know that these impressions will last, though, to be honest. It's really pretty. I don't know if you can see it. I took this hot pink and ran it through one of the We Are Memory Keeper heart embossing folders and got a really nice impression. I didn't add it to any project. I just, was curious how this would work out. And you can definitely see it, but it was a struggle just to get it to this point. And then just because, I'm curious, I started rubbing to see if pressure or constant touching would cause the embossed image to go away. And no, it's still there, but it certainly loses some of its dimension. I mean, what are the odds that somebody's going to aggressively rub something you send them? But I always like to run things through like the most extreme scenario. And to me, the most extreme scenario is someone constantly rubbing or putting this someplace that's going to have constant hand contact, where a hand will be rubbing on it, or maybe it'll be rubbing against a surface or something. And it's definitely still there, but it's not as dimensional as it was when I first ran it through. So does it work with embossing folders? Yeah, it does. It's really nice. It's really nice, I will say. Subtle, but nice. Not everything always has to be in your face. Sometimes subtle is good. So that is my share so far with the sticky back velvet. Would I recommend this? Absolutely. It's so much fun. I'm definitely going to be incorporating these in my journal projects and in other projects. I would definitely recommend it. So if you have an opportunity to work with sticky back velvet, I would say do it. Thank you, my friends, for watching. I truly do appreciate you. And I will catch you all in the next video. Until next time.